Hello, my name is Michelle Eves. I am a certified content marketing specialist and co-founder of MarketMichelleInsights.com. And I have a question. Have you ever sat down at your desk to start working on your business and then look up 3 hours later and realize, oh crap, I haven't really done much? We can get lost in social media. We get lost on the internet. I get lost in YouTube. We get lost in training. There's many activities that we can get lost in. And we wake up 3 hours later and realize we haven't done any money making activities whatsoever for a business. And so I have a productivity problem, and I'm not the only one. And I admit it. So I actually found this product from Adam Chandler called 23 Productivity Tips for the Deadly Serious Entrepreneur. And so I checked it out for $9 and whew, awesome training. And, I was implementing these tips and my productivity like doubled. So I wanted to share some of them with you. So productivity tip number 1, you want to set a schedule and stick to it. Now, I am not a schedule person at all. I hate my calendar. And I don't like schedules. However, once I started scheduling out the tasks that I had to do and the kind of time slot that I had to do them in, then I got a lot more accomplished, and I didn't dilly-dally on social media or in YouTube, or in training, or I did them in a better order, I should say. And so I have a sample schedule here for you that I created, and I thought maybe it would be an example. So let's say you have 3 hours to work on your business in the evening time, 6:30 to 9:30. Okay. So I call them office hours because you're in your office and it's a time that your friends and family should know not to bother you during this 3-hour time period. Okay. So 6:30 to 6:45, we're going to look at our emails, we're going to check emails, we're going to reply to our emails, and then we're going to close the email program. 6:45 to 7 o'clock, we're going to get on social media and we're going to respond to the messages on social media, and then we're going to close social media. And then 7 to 7:45, this is when we're going to concentrate on creating our content, whether it's a blog post or a video or a report or an infographic, whatever content that you create, this is the content that you're going to do it. You're going to create it between 7 and 7:45. Now, this is important. 7:45, you're going to take a break. You're going to get up, stretch, walk around, get a glass of water, kiss your spouse, kiss your kids, kiss your significant other, and refresh, and then come back into the office. At 8 to 8:15, this is when you're going to call your prospects. Okay? And 8:15 to 8:45, you are going to promote the content that you just created. Spread it everywhere. 8:45 to 9, you're going to shoot an email off to your list or schedule one for tomorrow. And then from 9 to 9:30 is your education training time. So this is just a rough schedule, but it gives you an idea of the things that you should be doing and the amount of time that you really should be spending towards them. Emails very quickly, social media very quickly, and close everything else out, and then create your content, promote your content, and then training. Productivity tip number 2, no multitasking. And I'm serious. That's something that's really hard for me. I will multitask. That's when I surf social media. When I'm watching a training, or when I'm trying to do a blog post. When I'm watching TV, I'll surf social media. And so, a lot of my focus doesn't go to that blog post that I'm trying to write. So there's several reasons why multitasking is not good for you to practice. But first and foremost, let's say you are creating a blog post and searching social media or surfing social media, whatever you want to call it. you are only devoting 50% of your focus to each one. And your brain takes 20 minutes to really focus in on the activity that you're trying to do. So if you are trying to write a blog post and you go over to social media, your brain will follow over to social media. It'll take 20 minutes to get it back into the zone when you're writing your blog post again. So that is one major reason. The other reason is that multitasking actually lowers your IQ by up to 15 points. And this is equivalent to smoking marijuana or staying up all night. So I don't know about you, but I don't want to build my business or put out a blog post after smoking a joint or after staying up all night. So we want to try and not multitask. And if you follow a schedule like the sample one I just gave you, everything has its own time slot. You shouldn't have to multitask. Productivity tip number 3, you want to pick 1 or 2 marketing strategies, and that's it. Okay? Yes, you can have a presence everywhere, because a lot of us think, oh gosh, we need to be on every platform because we need to find customers everywhere. And yes, you should have a presence all over the place, but you really need to hone in on 1 or 2 strategies. So let's say blogging. You like blogging, and so you really concentrate on blogging. You concentrate on learning everything you can about blogging. You watch all the training you can. Let's say you pick Twitter, then you want to learn everything you can about marketing on Twitter and become a master them before moving on to something else. Now, there's several reasons why we want to do this. The first reason is there's a 90-day window where it takes about 90 days to really start seeing consistent results with that marketing strategy. And if you give up after a week or 2 or even a month, you really haven't seen the results that you could get if you stuck it out. So let's say you pick Twitter. After a couple weeks, you really don't like marketing on Twitter. You don't know what you're doing really. You haven't really trained much. And so you think, I'm just going to do Facebook. So you jump to Facebook. And then you're on Facebook for a couple weeks and you think, oh my gosh, this is totally saturated. I don't want to do Facebook. So you jump to this new Snapchat. And you do that for a couple of weeks and you think, gosh, nobody is on Snapchat yet. Nobody understands Snapchat. Let me check out Pinterest. And so you jump to Pinterest. You are jumping around and you are not focusing and you're not mastering anything. Another reason why is it takes about 90 days for people to really know, like, and trust you. So if they see you around Twitter for like 90 days or Facebook or whatever marketing avenue you choose, people will start to notice you, and then they might start to know you by clicking on your profile and reading some of your stuff. And then they might start to like you, and then they might start to trust you, and people will buy from who they trust. They rarely buy from somebody they don't know and that they don't like. So it takes a period of time, especially these days, for people to start to know, like, and trust you. And so we have to give them that time. Productivity tip number 4, schedule education time. Now, there's many reasons why you want to schedule this education time too, but notice in the schedule, it was the last thing that we did. It was after our money-making activities. Okay, we always want to make sure we schedule training. We want to learn the new marketing techniques. We want to learn, whatever platform we're going to choose as a marketing strategy. We want to learn all we can about that. But a lot of us, when we get overwhelmed with the amount of tasks that we have to do when we sit down to run our business, we get overwhelmed and we go into information seeker mode and we get stuck. and we stay in that mode. And so we consume all of this information, but we don't implement it. So what good is that information going to do you if you don't actually implement any of it? So we want to make sure we do our money-making activities, and then we have time for training. And productivity tip number 5. This is very important. You do not want to compare yourself to other marketers. There's many reasons, again, why you don't want to compare yourself. But number 1, it will get you down. It will get you comparing yourself. And of course, you're not ever going to size up to them. So you eventually get so discouraged you quit because you just can't be like this marketer or like that marketer. And so you think. The problem with that, other than that it leads you to quit, is the fact that you don't know what they did to start getting the results that they're getting now. All of the marketers, all of them, the ones who are making multi-million dollars to the ones who have not made anything yet online, they all start at zero. And so those marketers that are making multi-millions of dollars now, you don't know what obstacles that they had to face. And they had to overcome challenges that you are going to have to overcome, and the obstacles you're going to have to overcome. You don't know what their challenges or what their obstacles were. Yours may be completely different. Let's say they went through, tons and tons of challenges that made them stronger once they overcame them. You have no clue what they had to face and what they had to overcome to get where they are. Plus, you don't know who their friends are. I mean, they could be best friends with Tony Robbins, who's in the background going, yeah, 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 cheering them on. You have no clue who their friends are. So maybe they had, right off the bat, all these awesome friends that always lifted them up and was always there supporting them. And they had family that was always there supporting them and rooting for them. Maybe they had that. Or maybe they had previous business experience or some other kind of business opportunity experience. We all become part of a business opportunity where we see this new kid come into the business opportunity, and in 3 months he's made $100,000. And everybody's like, oh, well, we must not be doing good. We're not making $100,000 and we've been here for a year. What's our problem? You don't know. That kid probably has been in other business opportunities and has an email list of like 5,000 people. And that's why he was able to get $100,000 in the first 90 days. He's not brand new with zero experience. There's no way that he's brand new with zero experience and makes $100,000 in 90 days. That just very rarely happens. So I hope that you got value from this training. And the product is 23 productivity tips for the deadly serious entrepreneur. It's only $9. The link is in the description. You want to grab yours before that price increases. I'm telling you, my productivity doubled. And if you want to be more productive, you need this product. And I will see you on another training. Please click like and subscribe to the channel and share the video. Share the love. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day.